As you know, Islamic banking is based on Islamic law concepts, which was different from Islamic economics. It can also be described as free banking system of interest, or riba. Kenya was the second East African country that practices Islamic banking after Somalia. Kenya established 2 banks in 2005, which was Balqis Bank and Kenya Commercial Bank. Lastly, in 2016, Kenya had grown 9 Islamic banks.
There are 3 Islamic banks in Kenya, which are Group African Bank, First Community Bank, and the IB Bank Kenya Limited. Group African Bank head office is located in Kilimanjaro Avenue, and the other 16 branches are located all over Kenya. First Community Bank, on the other hand, has 18 branches. Kimusu, Mombasa, and Garissa are one of their branches. Lastly, the IB Bank Kenya Limited, which only has 3 branches, which are located in Goodman branch in Western Nairobi, Glendini in Mombasa, and the Upper Hill branch in Nairobi. For trends of Islamic bank and finance in Kenya, it was developed in 2000. After the Ministry of Finance approved for the Islamic bank to operate under the current Banking Act, the growth has been massive due to high demand from the large Muslim community in Kenya.
The banks in Kenya offer 2 different kinds of deposit account, which are current account for safety keeping and transactions and investment account. The deposit made in investment account will yield financial return using trust financing after a certain period of time. They also offer multiple types of financing contracts. The first one is Murabaha. Murabaha finance the purchase of physical assets as per the purchasing price with profit markup that is agreed by both the bank and the customer. Musyarakah, on the other hand, is a profit and loss sharing agreement between the bank and the customer. Mudharabah is a partnership agreement by which the bank as the Rabbul Mal provide the capital while the customer run the business. Ijara Multahiyah Bitamli is a leasing contract whereby the shares of the property ownership will be transferred from time to time during the leasing period until the lessee ends up with 100% shares of the ownership. Lastly, Bay'us Salam is an advance payment of a product that will be delivered at a specified future date with certain conditions.
There's a lot of law that govern IBF Kenya, which is the Judicial Act, the Constitution Act, the Banking Act, and more. The Constitution of Kenya 2010 is the supreme law of the land over other laws. This law binds all the person and organization within the country. This Constitution also gives right to the person to conduct the fight according to his belief and his religion. And the second one is Judicial Act. It's the law that governs convention law, which is the law that Islamic banking has been forced to use it. Islamic laws in Kenya was at the appointed position as it will be subordinate to other written laws. The Banking Act that used by IBF in Kenya is the same act that used by conventional banks. Section 14 of the Banking Act has been objected by IBF because IBF require the investment of money for investment. Institutional framework of IBF in Kenya is known as the Central Bank of Kenya. This bank is the main institution that regulates the banking sector within the country, either conventional banking or Islamic banking. It can be concluded that IBF in Kenya need to be reformed, which is require their own rules and regulations.
The issues and challenges of Islamic banking and finance industry in Kenya is firstly lack of skilled Islamic finance professional. There is a shortage of qualified bankers and professionals who are highly knowledgeable about Islamic laws and contemporary banking and finance. Thus, this has become a barrier for the industry to grow to a high level. Next, there is a lack of standards and regulation. Since there are differences in the interpretation of Islamic texts, so there are differences in the status of acceptability of a product issued by different Sharia boards. This has made the standardization process to become difficult. Moreover, the absence of Sharia-compliant legal framework has adversely affected the growth and the internationalization of the industry. Last but not least, there is a lack of awareness and information. Consumer education and trust are the key factors in the growth of this industry. However, Islamic banks and Islamic banking products remain largely unknown in the Kenyan market. The weak understanding of Islamic finance has led to confusion and misconception about Islamic finance as a whole. And this has become one of the reasons why Kenya faces a low penetration rate in its Islamic financial market.
In conclusion, the development of the Islamic banking and finance system in Kenya has dated back since the past 20 years and has been growing ever since. It started with La Riba, an interest-free product offered by Barclays Bank. Since then, many research has been conducted to develop the Islamic banking and finance system there. Now, there are 3 banks in Kenya that operate fully under the Islamic banking and finance system. Meanwhile, the other existing conventional banks decided to also offer Islamic finance products to its consumers, hence giving them a wider variety of options. These financial institutions offer a wide variety of products such as interest-free current and investment accounts, and also financing contracts such as Mudarabah, Musharakah, Murabaha, Ijarah, Muntahiyah, Bitamlik, and Bay' or Salam.